welcome back to Crafting with the Crafty Chick. Thank you so much for crafting with me today. We are working on our last project for April, and as you can see here, I don't have my sample, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't have my sample because I haven't made one. This card is off of a project that I had made for my mother-in-law for her birthday, and this card, everything you see here is pretty much like how I made her card. The only difference is her card was a 5x7, and then behind this layer was a piece of rose gold foil, which I could not get to fit with this card with this particular design. So I don't have a sample, so we're just going to kind of walk together and put this together, but everything pretty much is done. We're just assembling, which this is nice because all of the main prep work has been taken care of. But I'm going to set this off to the side for just a moment. We're going to come back to it because I kind of goofed from the last video. I forgot to go over the colors with you on what I use for coloring the flowers with the Stampin' Blend. So I'm going to go over that with you really quick now. The Sentiment, the I'm and For All You Do were stamped with Old Olive, and then the So Grateful was stamped in Flirty Flamingo. I will point out it could just be my ink pad, but just an FYI, if you guys use this color when you first stamp it, it actually is a lot darker and almost makes you think of Calypso Coral. Give it time to dry because as it dries, it lightens and you will get that Flirty Flamingo color. So don't be discouraged by that. And so those are the colors I use for stamping our Sentiment. And then to color our flowers, the Stampin' Blend I used were both light and dark Old Olive on the leaves, and then the yellow centers and the flowers, and then the one white flower that has the yellow, that is Light Daffodil Delight. This flower here is Light Calypso Coral, and this flower here is Light Flirty Flamingo. And then I stamped the flowers in Early Espresso ink because the flowers on the DSP, the outline is Early Espresso. So I just wanted to make sure I went over those colors with you really quick. So I apologize, I forgot to do that in the last video. So those are those colors for that project, and so now I'm going to go ahead and put this one away. And we're going to bring in our beautiful rose. This card, I love how it came together, and I know my camera is not picking this ribbon up very good right now, but this is a Blushing Bride metallic ribbon that's in our mini catalog, which I think those run out in June, I believe. And so this ribbon is from that mini catalog. Okay, so I'm going to bring this in and just go over everything with you. I have two pieces here. I have an extra base. So this is another one of our in colors that is retiring and leaving us. One of my most favorite pink colors is Rococo Rose. And that's what the base of this is, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And so you want to make sure your fold is on your left hand side. And then the next layer is very vanilla. What do I have? I have two. And this one is die cut out with the Ornate Style Framelits. Remember the last video we went through that whole thing about the Ornate Thanks and the Ornate Style? The Ornate Style, the dies have a different name. Ornate Layers is what they're called. And so this die here is the one that we use. And so as you can see, it has a, I don't know if my camera, there we go. You can really see the detail and the scallop, and it almost looks like a lacy type border. Really like this die. And so, only thing is, when you are die cutting this, I really recommend don't put it straight through your machine, but rather at an angle, because it has so many of these little holes that it has to cut, and it does a much better job if you run it through your die cut machine at an angle instead of, you know, side to side. And sometimes you have to run it through a few times. So you want to do that part first. And so that's that die. And then after you run your die cut through, then you're going to come back in with your stamping. And so the stamp set we used is called Beautiful Friendship, and I love this image. And so I used all of these, and then the leaves, and this True Flower set too. So those are the ones I used for our card. I did not use any of the sentiment. And this is a photopolymer, which makes it easy to line up. You can see exactly where you're stamping. This one is retiring and leaving us. So that one, and then, so the sentiment I chose to do on my camera here, if I just block some of this light, then I think it does a little bit better. Okay, so it's wishing you a beautiful day, and that's sentiment stamped in Rococo Rose, and the stamp set we used is part of our mini catalog, Tranquil Thoughts, and it's just this one right here. So I combined 3 different stamp sets. The inside liner, so this is a Mother's Day card for Mother's Day. So the inside I did do a Happy Mother's Day, and that sentiment came from, this is in our current annual catalog, it's Strong and Beautiful, and so it's a Happy Mother's Day. This one has a lot of different sentiments, which I like, but I'm really drawn to the font styles of a lot of the sentiments. So, and I really didn't have any for Happy Mother's Day, so I knew I had to have this one. Plus there's others in here that I knew I would use. So that is our sentiment for inside. And then see the bottom rows and leaves is also from Beautiful Friendship. Okay, so we're going to set this off to the side, but before we start putting these together, I want to tell you, so after you die cut, so this is in Berry Vanilla, and after you have done your die cutting, then you're going to do your stamping. So do all your stamping, and then you're going to put it in an embossing folder. This is one of my go-to embossing folders. It's called the Subtle Dynamic Textured Impression, and it's the really big, thick one. And just like the name implies, it really is a subtle impression. So I don't know if my camera will pick this up, but you can just see some of these lines here. And so it's harder to see, I think, on our project, but maybe if I turn it over, you can see the lines there. It almost gives the look of like fabric or linen, which I really, really love that effect. And so this is in our current annual catalog as well. Okay, so do your die cutting, and then your stamping, and then run it through your embossing folder, and you're good to go. And one other thing I want to point out is, I told you there's a lot of little holes in here, but I can see where some didn't go all the way, didn't get cut all the way through, or just didn't get punched out. And so I'm going to go with my paper piercer and pierce some of those holes. Pieces out so that those holes show through. And this will just take just a quick minute, but you can use your, if you don't have a paper piercer, or you'll take your pick tool, or, and they just kind of pop right out. And somebody said to me, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody said this kind of looks like, you know, like a paper placemat. You know, the paper placemats you used to get when you go out to eat at a restaurant. I don't know if they still do that. I think a lot of them have gotten away from doing that. But there might still be some that do. I know that they have them for like little kids, you know, like activities on them that they can do while waiting for their meal. Okay, we're almost done here. Most of them come out, and there are a few that just kind of stay behind, but they come out pretty quick. Okay, there we got them all. Look at all these little things. My goodness, what a mess. Okay, Yeah. And when I was doing a bunch of these were all over my craft room floor. Crazy. Okay. Alright, we'll get that out of the way. Okay, now we're going to go back to our card. And so what you're going to need is you're going to need your mono glue and you're going to need your glue dots. Alright. We're going to bring our pieces back in. And so on my mother-in-law's card I made, like I said, hers was a 5x7. And behind this layer was a piece of rose gold foil that Stampin' Up! Has in our mini catalog currently. And then behind that was, I believe, another piece of Very Vanilla. I mean, it was just beautiful. And I thought, oh, I have to make more of these. Okay. And then, before we secure this to our base, we want to go ahead and get our ribbon on here. And so what I did, I don't remember, I should have had her take a picture and send it to me, but I think what I did was I left this lacy edge exposed and I just put the ribbon just on the other side of that and then tucked it behind. So this is where your glue dots come into play. And I'm going to take each end of my ribbon up against that glue dot. Remember, you don't want to secure it to your layer, you just want to, or to your base, you want to do it to your layer. And I'm doing it just on the other side of this lacy border. I'll take that glue dot and secure that in there. And then I'm going to take this other end. We call it kiss it. We're kissing it up to the glue dot. I know it sounds so silly, but that's what people say. Maybe we need to come up with another term. Okay, and you don't want to pull too hard, but you do want to pull it tight enough so that it doesn't bunch up on you. And then we're securing that other end. So now we have our ribbon there. Now this is the part where we can glue this to our card base. And you want to make sure your fold is on the left-hand side. Remember, you don't want to glue your lacy border part because that glue will just go right through those holes. I'm going to go ahead and secure this down. And another great tool, if you want to do a lot of cards with all of, a lot of stamping like this, the Stamparatus is a wonderful tool for that. Unless you like stamping and, you want to make 10 of these kind of styles of cards, then you can just do all your stamping and knock it out really quickly. Okay, and then we're going to take our Blushing Bride metallic ribbon bow. And you want to have your glue dots, because you want a glue dot on the back side of your bow to secure that. So I love this kind of ribbon. The only thing is sometimes I struggle with, because you have on one side this is just Blushing Bride pink, but then you have the metallic. And so one side is the metallic gold and then the other side is just the pink. And so when you tie your bow, it's trying to get your tails, both your tails, to show the metallic side, because I didn't want one metallic and one pink. That drives me crazy. So it can be a kind of a challenge sometimes with this kind of ribbon to do. Now on my mother-in-law's card, because her card was a lot bigger, I had her bow kind of at an angle in the corner, but we can't do that with our card because then it won't fit in an envelope and make it difficult to mail. So what I'm going to do is come in about the middle and just put my bow right there in the middle. Just like that. And now you have just this pretty, like a package in the mail. Package on a card. Okay, and then we're going to come in and take our inside liner, which is also Very Vanilla. And this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And so make sure you have it facing the right direction. We're going to go ahead and put mono glue on the back of that. And secure that to our base. Love this color. I'm sad to see this color go out of this whole in color group. I think Rococo Rose and Seaside Spray were like my top 2 favorites of that in color group. Sad to see them go. Seaside Spray and Night of Navy just went together so beautifully. Good combination to match those 2 up. And Rococo Rose and Blushing Bride, beautiful colors to go together. Okay, and then there is our, oh, my bow lifted. There's our Happy Mother's Day card, and here is my sample now. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. So the ink colors that I used are, so this darker mauve rose, like this, is Rococo Rose, and then this is Crumb Cake, and this is all part of that beautiful friendship stamp set. So this spray, or whatever you want to call it, this right here is in Crumb Cake, and then the leaves I did in Pear Pizzazz. The lighter pink rose that you see is actually Rococo Rose stamped off. So what I did was stamped full strength Rococo Rose, stamped it on a piece of scrap, and then stamped it. So some people also call it second generation stamping. So just however you want to do it, but that's the lighter pink. It's just Rococo Rose stamped off and then stamped onto there. Okay, and that is it. That is our last card, and I didn't know what all to do, but for Mother's Day, but I just thought roses, flowers, you can't go wrong with flowers, and I'm sure we all know somebody that we could give this to. Doesn't have to be our mother. It could be a friend, it could be a sister, it could be a neighbor, it could be a coworker, it could be your daughter, it could be whoever, your aunt. But I just really wanted to do this for Mother's Day. And Mom, I'm sorry, I know you already got this one for your birthday, but here's another one. Anyway, I hope you guys had a lot of fun crafting with me, and this concludes our project for April 2021. I now will be in the crafting phase for creating projects for the month of May, and those projects will be with goodies from the new catalog coming. And so just a reminder, new catalog goes live on May 4th. Current annual catalog ends May 3rd. So you have about a week to get your last minute stuff in of your gotta haves. Okay, and now we are ready. This I think is like almost everybody's favorite part, no? Or maybe the crafting is. Or prize giveaway. Well, they're both fun. So I'm bringing in my jar of Crafty Chicks, so you guys know my little heart tag I made here, and all of your names are in the jar. And so we have 4 prizes we're giving away, and I will go ahead and bring those in now. Okay, so the first prize that I'm drawing for is going to be the Stamp and Mist stamp cleaner. It's a 2-ounce bottle with the sprayer, and so this is prize number 1. Let's see who will be our lucky winner for this one. So I'm gonna I'm not looking here. Let's pull out a name. Okay, and we have one. Let's see, who is this? This is Dawn. Congratulations, Dawn. You won a Stamp and Mist container. Hope you have lots of stamping, crafting projects in your future. So congratulations, Dawn. Okay, and then the next drawing is going to be Stampin' Up! Collapsible scrap bin. So I love these. If you guys know, at my co-ops and classes, I usually have my pop-up bins and we put our trash in. And these ones are really nice. They're blue, but they're a little bit taller than the gray ones that I have. So this is prize number 2. Let's see who our lucky winner is here. Okay, we have one. Let's see. Who? Karen! Congratulations, Karen. You won the collapsible scrap bin from Stampin' Up! So I will get those to you, and same as Dawn. I hope you have lots of projects planned in your future, and you've now got a cute little storage container to put your trash in when you're crafting. Congratulations! Okay, and then the next prize we're drawing for is a Stampin' Pierce mat. These are really, really handy. These are not currently listed in our annual catalog right now, but you still can get them. What happened was Stampin' Up! Had decided to retire it, but so many people complained that, hey, we use photopolymer stamps. We need these for a photopolymer stamping project. And so they bought the Pierce mat back. They're just not in our current annual catalog, but you can still get these. So this is prize number 3. Let's see. Okay. Candy, congratulations, Candy. You won a piercing mat, so I will make sure you get this to you. And same, I hope you have some photopolymer stamping projects in your future that you're going to have to do maybe. Hey, holidays are going to be coming up before too long. I know, too early for a reminder. I know, I'm sorry, but here you go. You'll be set and ready to go. You'll be prepared. So congratulations, Candy. Okay, and here we go. This is the last prize giveaway for April, and these are the catalog tabs that I was showing you at the beginning of the video. I do want to tell you that there are multiple languages on here. So we have our English, like I don't know what some of these are. I want to say maybe German or so. The reason I'm telling you this is so you have all of the English ones on here that you can use. These other ones, I recommend for you to play around one of these other ones that you're not going to use, that's in a language that's not yours or one that you just aren't going to use. Take one and play with it and kind of get a feel for where you want to position it on your catalog before you use the one you want to use, because that's really going to help you. These are stickers, and so super, super sticky, and once they're down, you're going to have a hard time getting them back up. But the nice thing is, if you take one that you, in a language you can't understand or whatever, you can put that down on your catalog page first, and then put the one that you want to use over the top, and that does a couple of things. One is it stabilizes it a little bit better. They're not like super stiff. I mean, they are a little flimsy. They're just stickers, so it's not like cardstock tabs. And so that just kind of reinforces it a little bit more. They also have some blank ones on here that you can write in your own thing. So I used all of them except for this Cajun Craze one that says Host and Join. There's a section in our catalog for Host and Join. I did not do that on mine because I didn't need a tab for that on mine. Plus, the way that I spaced the tabs on mine, I wanted the very top edge of my catalog and the bottom edge of my catalog to be completely open, because I do put them in a basket. And I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. But let's see who is the lucky giveaway for these catalog tabs. And again, only demonstrators can get these. So, okay, let's see who. Donna H., congratulations. Donna, you won the catalog tab, so I will be getting these in the mail to you so you can put them on your catalog. Congratulations to all of the winners. These are the April prizes. For the month of May, I will be doing a bigger prize. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You just have to wait and see, because it's a surprise. And I've got to be good, because I have a bad habit of telling you guys things in the videos that I shouldn't be telling you, because it's just supposed to be a surprise. Anyway, so, but just really quick, I want to show you the tabs. So what I mean, the top edge I've left open at both the top and the bottom. And so if you put your tabs closer together, you will have room for your Host and Join if you want it. But for me, I just didn't think I needed that. And I like the spacing in between my tabs. So you can do it however you want. And if anybody has any questions about these, let me know. Like I said, only demonstrators can order these right now. And if you have any questions about how to put them on, just let me know. And again, congratulations to all of our winners. I will make sure that I get these to you, whether it's pop them in the mail or include them in your kit. So I hope you had a wonderful time crafting, and I thank you so much for crafting with me. And I will have lots to share with you for the month of May, and videos and lots of fun projects with new goodies with our upcoming catalog. Okay, thank you so much. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.